other Big Four railways. The Southern, LMS and LNER were each formed in 1923 by the amalgamation of several important mainline companies. But the Great Western Railway came into existence as early as 1835. So it was the only one to reach its end, and the conical safety valve covers were distinctive features of these and many other classes. The 262, or Prairie Tank, was adopted as the standard for passenger tank engines. And the 060 pannier tank was of course synonymous with the Western. In this volume, we'll explore Great Western Steam from the time of grouping in 1923 until the early 1960s. How Tornado came to be on this famous stretch of main line is one of the great achievements of railway preservation.
A racecourse in the distance. We're approaching Greek Tunnel, whose considerable length is exaggerated by the fact that it's on a curve and you can't see through it. Winchcombe has been restored to the splendour of GWR days, complete with volunteers performing the roles of employees who were the backbone of that classic railway.
Which Ian Allen ran from London to Plymouth to celebrate the 60th anniversary of City of Truro's 100-mile-an-hour down Wellington Bank. And as everyone knows, unfortunately Pendennis Castle failed, and probably as a result of that it actually survived, and 1977. And in 1977, it was sold. In the early 1980s, and first of all it went to Bristol, and then it moved to here to Didcot in 1989, and over the next 16 years what you see here has all been built brand new from scratch.
Fantastic. There's no original components whatsoever.
There's no original components whatsoever.
But it's all in working order, actually.
All in working order. Ton hoist, and we use that at the moment to lift the fronts of locomotives and indeed lift other heavy items. When he took over as Chief Mechanical Engineer from Dean, the Saints in due course led to the Hall class locomotive, and this is a rebuild of a rebuild, as it locomotive design for two-cylinder locomotives, and as such is an important part of the evolutionary history of the steam locomotive, and certainly of the Great Western Railway.
Which the GWS is trying to tell, obviously.
Absolutely.
So that's the reason for doing it. Is this, in your mind, a replica, or is this a rebuild that the Great Western might have done itself?
Well, I think it's definitely a rebuild that the Great Western might have done itself, because if we look at what they did in 1925, they took St. Martin and rebuilt it as a hall.
Exactly.
So what we're doing is the exact opposite of what the Great Western tank, as it was then, for £750. And it was delivered to us down in South Devon at Totnes. Having got the locomotive, the next...
Wonderful, wonderful. Gosh.
This locomotive spent most of its working life in Birmingham and Bristol throughout its life. But of course the pannier tanks were used through...
What have we got here? Let's get some water.
We're on the footplate of the line's resident Prairie, number 5542. In the days of working steam, these handsome 262s were seen throughout the Western, truly a maid of all work.
Cheers, lads.
Yeah, sorry about that anyway.
You want coal?
Sorry, we're going to go for coal, yeah. Sorry.
These time-honoured scenes depend on the railway's volunteer workforce, among them drivers, firemen and guards, as well as station and signalling staff.